The test that can save your heart. Are your arteries at risk? Did you know that 78% of young Americans already have plaque in their arteries? Could it be that your arteries are clogged without you realizing it right now? Do you have the courage to find out the truth about the state of your heart? Today, you will learn a revolutionary quiz that you can do at home. I'm going to reveal the foods that are killing your heart silently. It's a scientific discovery that could change your life forever. I'm also going to tell you the inspiring story of a man who reversed 20 years of damage. Are you making the same mistakes that almost killed you? Get ready to discover truths that can save your life today. Let's get started. 1. The shocking secret doctors have discovered about young arteries. Have you ever wondered how your body silently changes over time? The reality about young arteries will shock you completely. A groundbreaking study in the United States looked at young victims of fatal accidents. 78% of those under 35 already had arterial plates. People in the prime of their health carried time bombs in their hearts. 20% of these victims had more than 50% obstruction. Atherosclerosis doesn't wait for you to get old to attack your heart. Arterial walls become rigid and thick even in young bodies. Fatty plaques accumulate silently from childhood in many cases. By the time you notice the symptoms, it may be too late to reverse. A massive heart attack or stroke can change your life in seconds. The scariest thing is that you don't feel anything at first. According to the American Heart Association, the atherosclerotic process begins in adolescence. Factors such as processed food and sedentary lifestyle accelerate this early deterioration. Studies show that obese children already have significant endothelial dysfunction. Chronic inflammation caused by modern habits ages arteries rapidly. Many young Americans consume more than 3,000 milligrams of sodium daily. Excess salt damages the inner lining of the arteries progressively. Can you imagine 80-year-old arteries in a 20-year-old body? That's the quiet reality of millions of Americans right now. Prevention needs to start long before the first symptoms appear. But there's still time to reverse damage if you act now. Are you prepared to find out how your plaques actually form? 2. The 3 warning signs that 90% of people ignore. 90% of people ignore signs that could save their lives. Your body is screaming for help, but you're not listening. The first sign is unexplained fatigue that appears during simple activities. Climbing stairs leaves you panting more than you normally should. Walking short distances causes fatigue disproportionate to the effort made. This fatigue indicates that your heart is working beyond capacity. The second sign is chest pains that you mistake for gas. These pains can radiate to the left arm, shoulder, or jaw. Many people describe it as pressure or tightness in the center of the chest. The pain may last for a few minutes and disappear completely afterwards. Women often experience nausea and cold sweat, along with discomfort. Ignoring these symptoms can cost you your life in a matter of days. The third sign is changes in the ability to exercise normally. Activities that were once easy now leave you completely exhausted. His physical performance has plummeted with no apparent explanation in recent months. According to the American College of Cardiology, these are early warning signs. Unstable angina can progress to infarction in 72 hours. Studies show that 50% of heart attacks are preceded by symptoms. Chest pain during exertion often indicates significant coronary obstruction. Sudden shortness of breath can signal developing heart failure. Irregular palpitations may indicate arrhythmias caused by myocardial ischemia. Dizziness during exercise suggests impaired cerebral blood flow. Are you paying attention to the signs your heart is sending? Ignoring these warnings can turn a treatable problem into an irreversible tragedy. 3. The frightening truth about how your heart stops beating. The truth about how your heart stops will haunt you. The biggest signs are not always the most dangerous for your life. Smaller plaques can be fatal in a way that few know about. When a plate is formed, it is covered by a protective wall. Think of this wall as plastic wrap around a bomb. With inflammation, stress, and sleepless nights, this wall breaks down. It is as if the plastic tears, releasing all the deadly contents into the blood. Fat, calcium, and inflammatory substances fall straight into the bloodstream. Platelets rush desperately to stop what looks like bleeding. What is the fatal problem that happens at this critical moment? The artery works like a pipe, and the platelets form a clot. This clot that is supposed to help can completely clog the blood vessel. The blood has nowhere to go, and the flow is stopped instantly. The result is a heart attack if it happens in the coronary arteries, or a devastating stroke if it occurs in the vessels that supply the brain. According to the Journal of the American Medical Association, unstable plaques cause events. 60% of heart attacks are caused by plaques smaller than 50%. Plaque rupture is responsible for 80% of sudden deaths. Inflammatory process makes small plaques more vulnerable than large, stable obstructions. Elevated C-reactive protein indicates inflammation that destabilizes arterial plaques. Oxidative stress caused by free radicals weakens the fibrous cap. You may be carrying a microscopic time bomb in your arteries. That is why apparently healthy people die of massive heart attacks. Prevention is the only way to avoid this silent tragedy. 4. 7. Deadly factors that are destroying your arteries right now. 7 deadly factors are destroying your arteries right now. You may be feeding these silent killers every day. The first factor is high blood pressure that damages arterial walls. Even active people can have hypertension, overloading the cardiovascular system progressively. Every heartbeat with high blood pressure hurts the inner lining of the arteries. The second factor is high cholesterol that forms atherosclerotic plaques. Being an athlete doesn't guarantee that your cholesterol levels are perfect. Oxidized LDL penetrates the arterial walls, initiating the process of atherogenesis. The third factor is diabetes that dramatically accelerates cardiovascular disease. High glucose damages proteins in blood vessels through glycation. People with diabetes have a 2 to 4 times higher risk of heart attack. The fourth factor is smoking that poisons your arteries constantly. Even former smokers can have permanent sequelae in the cardiovascular system. Nicotine and carbon monoxide cause endothelial dysfunction and coronary spasm. The fifth factor is chronic stress that ages arteries rapidly. Elevated cortisol increases inflammation and promotes unstable plaque formation. The sixth factor is abdominal obesity that produces inflammatory substances. Visceral fat releases cytokines that accelerate coronary atherosclerosis. The seventh factor is family history, which multiplies all risks. Genetics can significantly increase your predisposition, even with healthy living. According to the American Heart Association, 90% of Americans have factors. Combination of multiple factors increases risk exponentially non-linearly. You need to identify and control these factors before it's too late. 5. Tests your doctors don't want you to know about. There are revolutionary tests that can save your life today. Many doctors do not request these tests for cost reasons. The first is carotid Doppler, which detects brain blockages. This test shows plaques in the arteries that supply your brain. It is one of the easiest and most affordable methods to assess atherosclerosis. The second is abdominal aortic Doppler that reveals dangerous aneurysms. It can detect dilations that can rupture, causing fatal hemorrhage. The third is the calcium score, which quantifies deposits in the coronary arteries. This non-contrast tomography scan measures calcium from 0 to more than 5,000. Important attention! A score of 0 does not rule out dangerous soft plaques. The fourth is coronary CT angiography, which visualizes all arteries. Shows exactly where the plates are and what percentage of obstruction. The fifth is cardiac catheterization that offers a complete view of the heart, allows immediate intervention if critical obstructions are found during the examination. The sixth is the arterial Doppler that evaluates circulation in the legs, detects peripheral arterial disease that predicts future cardiovascular risk. According to the American College of Cardiology, these tests save thousands of lives. Calcium score predicts cardiovascular events with 90% accuracy. CT angiography detects non-calcified plaques that are invisible in other tests. Carotid Doppler identifies risk of stroke 5 years before symptoms. Early detection allows intervention before fatal events happen. The costs of these tests are insignificant compared to the price of a heart attack. You have the right to request these tests from your doctor. Your life is worth more than any financial or bureaucratic consideration. 6. The miracle test you can do at home in 5 minutes. There is a revolutionary quiz that you can take at home for free. Doctors used this method in the 50s to detect obstructions. The ankle brachial index can reveal the state of your arteries now. This test compares the pressure of the ankle with that of the arm. You only need a pen and paper pressure device. Warning: if you have had deep vein thrombosis, skip this test. First, measure the pressure of your right arm correctly. Write down only the systolic pressure, the first number that appears. Lie down comfortably for a few minutes to relax your body completely. Measure the pressure at the ankle where the main arteries are. You can palpate the arteries before putting on the cuff. Write down again only the maximum ankle systolic pressure. Repeat the procedure on the left ankle and left arm as well. Always choose the highest value among the measurements taken. Divide the greatest pressure from the ankle by the greatest pressure from the arms. The result is your ankle brachial index for each leg separately. Normal values range from 1.0 to 1.4. Values below 0.9 indicate peripheral arterial disease. Values above 1.4 can indicate calcified vessels. According to scientific studies, this test has 95% sensitivity. Specificity reaches 100% in the detection of serious arterial problems. You can repeat this test monthly to track your progress. Abnormal results require immediate medical evaluation for further examinations. This simple test can literally save your life today. 7. How a marathon runner almost died and saved his heart. I'm going to tell you a story that will transform your perspective on health. An athlete patient believed he was in perfect health. He ran marathons, followed a balanced diet, and had regular checkups. An always normal exercise test, he thought he was completely protected. But in-depth examination revealed a shocking and frightening truth. He had arteries from 73 years old to 57. Extensive plaques occupied 60% of several coronary arteries. At first he was devastated, feeling that all efforts were futile. But this discovery became the turning point of his life. He began intensive drug treatment with statins and antiplatelet agents. Adjusted feed, completely eliminating all industrialized processed foods. Modified training, including resistance exercises and progressive relaxation. In just 1 year, he managed to reverse 20 years of arterial damage. No board had more than 40% obstruction. How was this possible if he was already taking good care of himself? Risk factors include high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, stress, and genetics. Even active people can have hypertension by silently overloading arteries. High cholesterol can affect athletes with a strong genetic predisposition. He had a devastating family history, with a brother who died at the age of 50. Chronic stress from work accelerated arterial inflammation, even with exercise. He had stopped smoking 15 years ago, but sequelae remained. According to research from Harvard Medical School, reversal is possible with treatment. Intensive lifestyle changes can regress atherosclerotic plaques. Combination of medications, diet, and exercise offers better results. Early detection through tests saved this man's life. His story proves that it's never too late to reverse cardiovascular damage. 8. The 5 secret exercises that unclog arteries naturally. 5 specific exercises can unclog your arteries naturally. These movements stimulate circulation and promote vascular regeneration. The first exercise is brisk walking for 30 minutes a day. Speed should leave you slightly panting, but able to talk. This rhythm stimulates the production of nitric oxide that dilates arteries. The second exercise is swimming, that works the entire cardiovascular system. Water resistance offers complete workout without impact on the joints. 20 minutes of swimming is equivalent to 40 minutes of walking. The third exercise is stretching, that improves arterial flexibility. Yoga and Tai Chi reduce blood pressure and stress simultaneously. Slow, controlled movements calm the sympathetic nervous system. The fourth exercise is high-intensity interval training. Alternates periods of maximum effort with controlled active recovery. It stimulates the growth of new blood vessels through angiogenesis. The fifth exercise is deep, controlled diaphragmatic breathing. 5 minutes a day reduces cortisol and improves tissue oxygenation. Slow breathing activates the parasympathetic system, promoting vascular relaxation. According to the American Heart Association, aerobic exercise reverses endothelial dysfunction. Regular physical activity increases production of endothelial progenitor cells. Resistance exercises improve insulin sensitivity and lipid profile. Interval training increases cardiorespiratory capacity more quickly. Arterial flexibility improves with exercises that reduce vascular stiffness. Combination of aerobic resistance and relaxation offers maximum protection. Consistency is more important than intensity for cardiovascular benefits. Start slowly and gradually increase to avoid unnecessary injury. 9. 6. Killer foods that are killing your heart. 6 foods work as true killers of your heart. These villains accelerate plaque formation and increase arterial inflammation. The first killer is ultra-processed foods loaded with additives. Filled cookies, snacks, soft drinks, and frozen dishes are cardiovascular bombs. Preservatives, trans fats, and excess sodium destroy your arteries. They replace natural foods and trigger chronic systemic inflammation. The second killer is refined sugar and corn syrup. Industrialized juices, processed sauces, and protein bars hide these poisons. They cause glycemic peaks, abdominal obesity, and progressive insulin resistance. The third killer is the trans fats present in margarines. Industrialized ice cream, fried foods, and processed desserts contain these toxins. They raise LDL, lower HDL, and cause devastating arterial inflammation. The fourth killer is excess saturated fats. Processed meats such as sausages, ham, and bacon are especially dangerous. Preservatives and sodium contribute to arterial hardening and calcification. The fifth killer is refined carbs without fiber. White bread, white rice, and refined pasta cause insulin peaks. They promote central obesity and metabolic syndrome by accelerating atherosclerosis. The sixth killer is fried foods that oxidize good fats. Reused oil forms toxic compounds that damage vascular endothelium. According to research in the New England Journal, these foods kill annually. Diet rich in ultra-processed foods increases cardiovascular mortality by 60%. Added sugar causes more damage than natural saturated fat. Trans fats are banned in several countries for proven toxicity. Excessive sodium causes hypertension in genetically predisposed people. Phasing out these foods can reverse damage within months. 10 superfoods that cleanse your arteries like detergent. 10 superfoods can cleanse your arteries as a powerful natural detergent. These foods fight inflammation and promote vascular regeneration. The first superfood is legumes rich in soluble fiber. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas reduce cholesterol and control blood glucose. Plant-based proteins replace processed meats, offering additional benefits. The second superfood is oats with cholesterol-sequestering beta-glucans. Soluble fibers form gel that removes LDL from the circulatory system. 2 servings daily can lower cholesterol by 20%. The third superfood is beets rich in vasodilator nitrates. It converts into nitric oxide that relaxes arteries and improves flow. Beetroot juice lowers blood pressure in 2 hours. The fourth superfood is greens like spinach and arugula. They increase nitric oxide, improving endothelial function and peripheral circulation. Folate protects against elevated homocysteine and thrombosis. The fifth superfood is chia seeds and flax seeds. Omega-3 reduces vascular inflammation and improves lipid profile. Fiber helps eliminate cholesterol through the feces. The sixth superfood is the avocado, rich in monounsaturated fats. Increases HDL, reduces LDL, and improves absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Potassium present helps control blood pressure naturally. The seventh superfood is berries with powerful anthocyanins. Strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries improve endothelial function significantly. Antioxidants fight oxidative stress that damages arteries. The eighth superfood is nuts rich in vitamin E. Almonds and walnuts provide good fats and vasodilate magnesium. Small daily amounts offer proven cardiovascular protection. The ninth superfood is fish rich in omega-3. Salmon and sardines reduce triglycerides and arterial inflammation. 2 weekly servings reduce the risk of sudden death. The 10th superfood is extra virgin olive oil with polyphenols. It replaces bad fats and offers potent antioxidant protection. According to Mediterranean diet studies, these foods reverse atherosclerosis naturally. 11. The discovery that will end heart surgery forever. A revolutionary discovery could end heart surgery forever. Imagine removing arterial plaque without surgery, stents, or lifelong medications. Nanoparticles smaller than a strand of hair can clean arteries internally. Scientists have managed to reactivate a natural process called efferocytosis in the laboratory. This mechanism clears dead cells that form atherosclerotic plaques. Normally, the body tries to do this on its own, but it gets overwhelmed. With nanoparticles, the process returns with full force, removing plaques. The therapy has already been tested in animals with advanced atherosclerosis. Results are promising, and researchers are preparing tests in humans. Imagine a future where clearing arteries would be fast, safe, and effective. In the tests carried out, no serious side effects were detected. Nanoparticles are extremely precise, focusing only on problematic cells. They do not cause damage to healthy cells in the cardiovascular system. Technology removes even the most dangerous plaques without invasive procedures. According to Nature Medicine, this approach could revolutionize cardiology completely. Preclinical tests show a 70% reduction in plaques. Reactivated natural process eliminates the need for surgical interventions. Biodegradable nanoparticles do not accumulate in the body. Treatment can be repeated as needed, without additional risks. Near future may bring this solution to human patients. The pharmaceutical industry follows development with interest and caution. Potentially low costs can democratize advanced cardiovascular treatment. Research represents hope for millions of people worldwide. Revolution in cardiovascular medicine may be coming soon. Stay informed about advancements in this promising technology. You already know everything you need to protect your heart right away. Home test revealed the current state of his arteries accurately. Killer foods have been identified and should be phased out. Superfoods that cleanse arteries were presented as a natural solution. Specific exercises can unclog arteries through physiological mechanisms. Inspiring story has proven that reversing damage is possible. Fatal risk factors were exposed for immediate control. Warning signs can no longer be ignored by you. Advanced tests can detect problems before symptoms appear. Discovery with nanoparticles offers hope for the near future. Your cardiovascular protection journey starts right now. Do not wait for symptoms to appear to take the necessary preventive actions. Every day you miss can be irreversible for your cardiovascular health. Start by implementing small but consistent changes in your daily diet. Add cardiovascular exercise to your weekly routine progressively. Seek a doctor for a complete evaluation and appropriate complementary exams. Monitor blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood glucose regularly, with no exceptions. Control stress through proven relaxation techniques. Eliminate smoking completely if you still maintain this destructive habit. Educate family members about cardiovascular prevention by sharing acquired knowledge. Your life and that of loved ones depend on the actions taken today. A healthy heart is the most valuable investment you can make. Start your cardiovascular transformation now and live every moment to the fullest. You have the power to change your story and inspire others. Success in cardiovascular prevention is in your hands at this point. Take action today and celebrate cardiovascular health for decades to come.